Yeah, this second shot, it's one of those where there's kind of multiple fairways for you to choose from. Haley is opting for this extreme left side fairway, which is wonderful. Obviously, she gets down to the flat where the basket is.
That was gorgeous. That's the tighter side, obviously. So well done. I would never put it out of the question for Paige Pierce. I mean, look at her go.
Yeah. Wow. What an amazing flex sidearm from Paige. It goes across the bridge, and she will give herself a look.
Using those long legs to straddle around. Full layout sidearm.
So much power from down on a knee. That's so impressive.
Yeah, I think she stopped. I don't think she rolled, and she'll be within 20 feet, I think.
That was about a 180 or 200 foot sidearm from a knee. Haley definitely tucked a lot more than I thought. Trying to take the small gap, and success. She'll be outside the circle, but she has a putt.
That was amazing. She had to throw through a pretty small gap. Wow.
Wow.
What a scramble for par.
Nice save.
See that one more time. Little GK replay. Beautiful.
Full committing jump putt. Right in the middle.
Yeah, I can't believe she parred that. That's astounding.
That is astounding.
And it is a short par 4, you're right, but I feel like it's one of those ones that you feel like all of us could get it. So if you mess up a little bit, I feel like everybody's trying to be the hero. And same passion, it looks like.
What? Wait, no way.
What?
Was she blind too?
Oh my god. She said, oh my god, go in. Look at that eagle.
Are you?
Look at her face.
That is unbelievable.
Wow.
I think she was blind too. I don't know if she could see the basket. That is unreal.
Just runs off the hole.
God, the angle on that, and it just glided perfectly into the chains. Unreal.
Or this.
Wow. Oh,
wow, look at Paige just getting right back on track.
That was amazing. Riding that adrenaline, but still controlling the shot down a really narrow fairway.
Do it.
Yes.
Gosh, she's so good. She did like the MJ hiccup before she was even done putting.
Is she in circle 2?
Look at her. Oh, let me just reach down and grab my stuff.
Oh, yeah. Let me just grab it really quick.
Obviously, that's in.
No big deal.
Really great, too.
This is one of the newer holes on the course, and it's one that you walk up to the tee pad and you're like, what? Excuse me?
We have to do what?
This gap is pretty small. Paige makes it look big, but it is not. It is really hard to hit.
She lands OB.
Oh, no. I forget how close that OB
It's very close.
in.
That was such a perfect shot, too.
Wow. Big circle 2 double bogey save. Ooh, I hate that sentence. Paige throwing a really awesome looking tee shot.
That is a stalker, and wow.
Wow.
And wow.
And wow. She'll be left with probably 200 feet, maybe a little less than that.
As wide open as it gets out here at Northwoods Black.
For real.
It's funny how gaps just like look bigger.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That, I believe, is her heat.
325 feet. Misses all the trees and slides up just under the pin.
Very nice.
Yes.
Down to 2 under par.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stand still. Straddle putt where Haley feels strong. Sneaks it over the rim. Landing zones are, right around 300 feet away from the tee, so it feels kind of funny to get up to this 260-foot hole and, try to go easy. I saw a lot of women on my card going deep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just end up crushing it. That was really well done from Heather. Puts herself at 22 feet or so.
Juliana tucked a little bit back to the right. She's in the middle of the fairway. Oh, my gosh. I missed a
Tucked
shot.
in the middle of the fairway and throws a beautiful upshot.
Dead straight, right under the basket. There's just so many bushes. A little bit right, and you're downhill, and it makes your second shot difficult. You can see Paige flipping it. I would say that's the way you want to err if you're going to. There is no out of bounds you have to worry about.
Looking to can this 2 from downtown. Oh, yeah.
She's like, I just didn't want to straddle putt anymore. Let's watch this in slow-mo. Really great step putt.
Yeah, just showing us all that spin control she has.
Yes. So softly into the chains. Yeah, I love how you can see the slow-mo crowd reaction.
Beautiful.
A lot more difficult. It makes it really hard to get that hyzer shot to push forward. Instead, it wants to just push down, or as we saw Paige's disc, push to the right.
And this looks like good speed on the disc. Great trust.
Wow.
And yeah, very nice. She parks it with her photon.
Yeah, it's crazy how much space there is behind that tree that is impossible to see around.
Great conversion from Haley. Get
Yeah.
her under par for the round.
Big circle 2 putt to start the day off. No surprise from Haley. Hope to see a lot more of those as the day continues.
And a lot more of these slow motions.
Yeah.
Because based on the wind, I think that was a smart play. Trying to go under the tree branch and hyzer flip something in a wind like that can be really tricky. The sidearm is a great play.
Wow. That looks great. Really nice height on the disc, carrying super far forward and putting the brakes on right before that hazard bunker. Yeah, there's a couple ways to attack. You can take that higher hyzer route and go out and around. It does add a little bit to the distance. Or you can take a lower, more linear route under the tree branches and really push hard and let the disc do the work with the hill.
What a backhand from Hokum. That was her trace, and she's looking smoother and smoother.
Yeah, she looks super comfortable.
Actually doesn't look... Well, it doesn't look windy where they are, but you can see those flags are still blowing down there.
Love this play from Maria. I like the slightly more aggressive route, a little lower, a little more linear, and love the victory dance. Here's out of bounds all the way down the right-hand side cart path that if you flip your disc over, you can definitely accidentally glide over there. You can makes a little bit more sense as to why you see Haley, Maria keeping their discs really low. Paige probably throwing something a little bit more overstable.
Yeah, that
and
was
not
a Zeus.
Not worrying about it flipping over to that sidewalk at all.
Yeah, she'll be in that tall grass, but not quite on the hill too much, so I assume she'll be going for it. Have an eagle opportunity for the best of the best and still have a pretty good birdie opportunity for the rest of us.
60.
Haley makes it just barely over, about 20 feet away for the eagle. Maybe just a little more than that. Ooh.
If you could throw an Anheuser shot, it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
With the way the hill is sloping, it definitely doesn't. I don't know, for them, when I played through this, it was mostly a headwind, making the distance a bit tough.
Yeah, it was a ripping headwind when we went through. This shot was scary.
Wow. Paige was the even better shot than Haley.
Weeping branches.
As you can see, the wind is blowing out here. I think this hole definitely calls for this kind of a sidearm that Hokum just threw. That was a beautifully shaped shot with her vanish.
Downhill, like sometimes you want to do.
I mean, I think you kind of need to throw it almost right at it, just a little to the right on a hyzer angle to get there. Just like that, just like Paige did. Paige and Maria both with kind of scary downhill death putts at the water. Maria, big old straddle for the birdie.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Excited clap. One more time.
That is such a scary putt. And look at her, straddled all the way out, forced with the low ceiling. Really has to fully commit to that nose down. If you miss it, it's going a mile past.
The course designer forces you to throw the way that they want. And obviously the sidearm is there as well for Hokum.
Maria slides into her shot, but still gets every bit of the distance.
Yeah, parks it. Beautiful. Or have it fade out too far to the left. There's no out of bounds anywhere, really. But it's hard to get all the way there. Like this. Beautiful.
Wow.
So perfect.
So sick.
I think that was her passion.
Feel almost like it's a birdie or die course.
Ooh. Yeah.
And Maria stays alive.
That was huge.
That was gigantic. Let's watch it in slow-mo.
That was
GK
like
replay.
55? 50?
And full commitment.
Yes.
I mean, it drops off behind the basket, too. If that's missing, that's going bye-bye. Narrow gap to hit on your second shot, and it's really easy to miss deep or miss short and make approaching the green a lot more difficult.
It's also really hard to get there with a backhand approach. It really calls for a kind of a mid-level touch sidearm, which is a cool skill that we're seeing more and more women have these days.
Paige gets way down there. She will definitely be able to see down to the green.
Vortex.
It is a vortex. It's a big downhill, and you go straight back uphill, and it is a perfect place for the wind to funnel.
This looks good. It just needs to not fade too hard. And I think she's circle's edge-ish. Poorly.
Yeah, and the wind was definitely playing with disc today. I watched...
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What a great finish.
Maria looking so strong on the putting green. She's come a long way because she used to feel very uncomfy putting.
Paige with a Zeus here. We saw her yesterday get way up there, able to look at the pin, which is really great. If you throw too far to the right, which is easy to do as you're trying to avoid the left side OB, like this, it becomes a blind shot, and it's really easy to misjudge the distance, especially because you're scared of skipping long into the water. So she's still way up there, but it'll be a little tougher than we saw yesterday. This is another thrasher from Missy. That's a little bit lower play. The speed looks really good.
Yeah, this looks great. Hopefully gets a big skip.
Oh,
Yes.
parked.
Even though this is a sub 400 foot par 3, it plays as the second most difficult course.
Hole.
Hole on the course.
Of course it does. Ooh, wow. Great shot.
This green does slope steeply down towards the water. You can see perfectly from this camera angle, and that is a pretty common occurrence if you don't put it deep enough.
We saw Hokum do this same thing yesterday with her Vanish. She is looking really comfortable with that backhand. I was there yesterday.
So many frogs.
Yeah, they all jump in the water as you walk by. Like, alarmed.
Paige just saved par from circle 2. And
Wow.
she finds it.
Great hit.
In her bid for Worlds at this course, I remember her making a long putt on this hole as well.
She probably shouldn't, but I want her to.
It's well within her wheelhouse.
Oh, this is beautiful. Wow. Got.
Yep, catching some metal right under the basket. Absolutely parked. Maria skipping up to the pin with another beautiful shot. There is out of bounds along the right-hand side of this fairway near the trees. There's a cart path over there that blocks it. And then, of course, the pond is out of bounds as well.
Paige crushing her Zeus down there. She's super far. Obviously, she will be going for the eagle attempt. Perhaps the albatross throw-in. Who knows? That definitely didn't happen, right? I'm not trying to spoil anything.
Yeah. We honestly don't know.
I haven't seen this.
We have not had time to look or listen to scores.
That was a crush, too. Maria has a ton of distance. She's really good with that destroyer.
How daunting this shot is. That makes it look uphill, but it feels like the basket's a little higher than you are out here in the flat. Maria is going for it anyways.
Wow.
Yes! Making it look so easy.
That was awesome.
I mean, that's probably every bit of 360 feet of distance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. 2 days, 2 eagles. Love to see it. She has some room to step out and do a sidearm here.
Looks like a Zeus. And she hasn't been throwing a sidearm as much this year, but like she clearly still has it when she needs it. That was a great angle control.
The ideal play is to push a little bit further forward before you get your finishing skip, but there is out of bounds over way on that right-hand side that comes into play if you push too far forward without letting your disc fully finish out.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to flip something over to find it.
Or you can do what Paige does and skip all the way down past the low-hanging branches and have a jump
Past
putt.
everything. Yeah, I mean, honestly, she could give it a little bit of a bid from there. Level just... Oh, wow. Almost some fireworks.
Yes, Missy.
Yes, let's see that one more time. Nice little stepper. Man.
Oh my gosh. Just
Wow.
barely.
Great camera work from the GK guys. That was amazing to watch. This is that kind of back door. You do have to get a little lucky through those bushes, and Maria parks it.
Those bushes are dangerous. If you land in the middle of one of those, it is semi-impossible to get behind your disc.
That was a CETL from Maria.
She has dialed it in.
This is a Missy Gannon Undertaker. She threw it on the last hole as well, and wow.
Absolutely parked. I think she was going for it.
There.
Just flipped
Oh,
it and
400 feet
threw it a little bit nose down.
It's hard to throw high enough with the low ceiling. It's just like you really have to nail the angle.
Maria barely gets over.
Squeaks in.
An early release there, but she will be able to still see the basket for her up and down, probably about 120 feet away.
I actually think it's fine.
Yeah, playing super straight.
Okay. Huh.
But getting that high.
Everyone on the card going, oh, I think it's perfect.
Looks great to me.
I swear it's deceiving, though. Without it, it does just kind of subtly make you shape a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And Paige shapes it super straight, directly at the pin.
Is that the Undertaker again?
Yeah, it looked like it. Mid-range shot. It definitely... It's hard because you want to get far down the tunnel, but then you just end up pushing deep. It's really difficult to throw soft enough to land perfectly in the middle. And what a shot from Hokum there. She's well inside the circle.
Paige and Hokum giving them...
Ooh! Let her pump her arms, give a little jog. GK replay. She does spin putt from outside the circle with spins, which is a little bit different from her push putt from inside the circle. That one was dead center.
Love that. Big putts from Sarah Hokum. One of only 5 birdies on the day. See if Missy can add her name to the list.
Yes.
Boom. Deep encircled too. She's finding the chains.
I feel like you could just see it in the body language, you know, when someone's going to make it. Like she just looked like she had it before she let go.
Yep. Love that. Love seeing Missy on the lead card. She's been working her butt off for the past 2 years, and her putting is really paying off now.
Plus, she just has a little bit of extra distance in the last year and a forehand now. So, she's got all the tools.
Wow.
And that was beautiful.
Speaking of distance,
yeah,
she is way down the fairway.
That was her thrasher, and she's maybe 100 feet left.
Really surprising to me, but also this requires such a perfect job and a touchy approach.
Great save.
Let's watch that replay. Katrina showing how she got to where she is in the sport right now. That's a world champ putt, folks.
Got a little bit of a nub action on the top, but made it in. Gap, I guess, has more of a direct line to the pin. So I think we saw everybody on our feature card go for it in round 1. I tried the hyzer route today, and it's just hard. I got the skip down the hill, but the angle is just not right to park it.
Leaving yourself a 30-footer, 25-footer.
That is Paige's soul, and she just ekes by those trees and lands in a super ideal spot.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, here's that left side gap. The basket is really close to that tree right there. That kind of... Yep. That's the tree you're aiming for.
That looked great.
Yeah, she laced it.
Super awesome flexi lines around all the trees.
Missy with a buzz here. And this looks good. It just needs to fade a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's perfect. That's ideal. Also looks good.
Yeah, these lead card ladies not having any issues hitting the center of the fairway.
Oh, wow. Scooches off of Missy's disc. Boop.
Paige has a little bit of a tight tunnel shot to the green, really having to take that left tree out of her mind.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Making it look easy, absolutely dialed in. That's a narrow gap to hit over there, and those guardian trees can be nasty.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Katrina's putters are on fire already. 4 holes in. Yeah, this is kind of a weird distance from the corner. Even the distance throwers in the game have a hard time getting down far enough where you can wrap the corner back. A lot of people are going to throw their drive and then just kind of pitch down to the corner before heading back around. Paige, on the other hand, is absolutely crushes that. And she will be able to throw a hyzer and maybe even start working her way back up towards the basket.
That flipped up so nice.
Oh, yeah, working the right side and inside circle, no problem.
Yeah, should be.
What a great recovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our lead card struggling just a little bit on this hole for the first time this entire round. Yeah. Still gonna par or birdie.
Yeah, Paige looking at a birdie putt from inside the circle.
Really tight little stance there. Her feet were like together.
But
wow.
Sarah's used to throwing while contorting her body. She's so coordinated in awkward positions. Paige opting for a slower disc.
It's a crystal fierce and super perfect.
Yep.
Paige looks like she has a tree a little bit in her backswing and laces it.
The tree does not bother her one bit. Wow. Gets way down there.
It looks like Missy's going for it.
Yeah, she might have got a little push a little bit further. Maybe she's feeling confident with that Anheuser shot. Love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
One of the funnest shots to throw in disc golf.
Man, what Kat's doing here, the whole left, right, left, is just so easy to do. It's hard to recover without just sucking it up and pitching out. That was the most distance I think I've seen anyone get down this tunnel.
That was an unbelievable shot. 5th most difficult according to stats, but it's just mostly pretty scary with that much out of bounds that close to the center of the fairway.
That was an amazing shot.
Mm-hmm. Paige making it look easy from even with that patent pending stance. There are 2 sets of ground bees on this hole. Ground bees galore.
Wow. Good shot.
Wow.
She's probably circle's edge, kind of in the creek a little bit, maybe. Missy just short of the little creek here.
And just left of the ground bees.
I don't know why ground bees is funny.
I don't either. They can fly, but they choose the ground. Some really intelligent thoughts while we watch this sweet GK replay of Missy hitting holes to start and finish the round
good
with.
Recovery after that bogey. Missy with a 2nd place finish, and here is your champion 2021 Ledgestone, Paige Pierce, everybody.
A commanding lead.
2021 Discraft Ledgestone Insurance Open presented by Grip Equipment champion, Paige Pierce.
Hello. We've interviewed you after every round. We've talked about your dominance, but what is your initial reaction to everything?
My first win since before Worlds, so it just feels good to have a trophy in my hand again, and, my game felt really good this week. I think it's probably statistically one of my best tournaments off the tee. My drives, especially on wooded courses, kind of get me all over the place, and it felt really good to hit the fairways with confidence.
Yeah, well, congratulations. How do you maintain your composure out here at Northwood? I mean, anything can happen to your disc once it's in the air.
Yeah, you kind of just all you have is the control before you throw it. You don't have it after. So trying to let that go and just let what happens happen, and not take anything too personally. Luck happens, bad luck happens. So just take it as it comes and just move forward.
Yeah, and speaking to control, you stayed in control of your drivers pretty much the whole time. Got a little bit hairy in the back nine, but you had plenty of strokes to maybe give away or sit comfortable with. You told me on the front nine you don't have a lot of overstable discs in your bag. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yeah, not just for this event, but it plays well for my specific bag. You don't really need anything overstable or fast out here. I'm really only throwing a driver like maybe 1 or 2 times if I get off the fairway or have to do some sort of overhand shot. But it's kind of like speed 9 and below for me in my bag out here. It's something where in the woods, you don't want that stability. You want to know where you release it is where it's going to finish. And I feel very comfortable with my bag right now, and it's a really good setup for next week at Idlewild.
One of your great friends on tour, Missy Gannon, taking down second, coming away with the win in Des Moines, and now another podium finish here. How is it feeling? I mean, you get to play with each other during practice rounds, but bringing out the best in each other during the tournament.
Yeah, the only thing different is no Pippi or Rio running around, but she's right there. I mean, we practice together quite often, and it's really cool, playing together, hyping each other up still. It's a little bit different than practice. I think it's a lot more jokes going on during the round. We know we both are here on a mission, and things are a lot more serious. So it's great to play together. This is her second time at the number 2 spot on a pro tour, and she's got a win now this year. So it's good things ahead, and I'm excited for what Team Discraft has done this year.
Yeah, good things ahead. Another Pro Tour event. This will be your 4th after today's round, 4th in a row. Going into your 5th, how do you maintain your excitement? What excites you about the next ones coming up?
Idlewild is my second favorite course in the world, second favorite event. So that's going to be exciting already. I'm going to actually go eat lunch and head straight there, maybe even get some holes in tonight. But I think what's going to be exciting for me is going into this event. My last practice round, I was telling Nate and James, I'm not going to shoot under par. I was not feeling any sort of confidence at all. My driver just wasn't coming out of my hand correctly. And, I started the event with 3 bogeys in a row. And then after that eagle on 6, my whole demeanor changed. I'm capable of anything. I know I am. And so it was cool to find that confidence again and keep it all weekend long. And hopefully I can hold on to that going into Idlewild.
Yeah, well, last time you were here at Northwood, 2019 world champion. Now you're a 2021 Ledgestone Insurance Open Ledgestone Insurance Open champion on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Congratulations, and I hope that you do well next week.
Thank you very much. Thank you.